On this episode, we talk about lifters cutting too much from their natural weight to get into a lower weight class and how that can affect their progress long term. So it's a common scenario where you see a lot of lifters sit around naturally at, say, for example, 72 kilos, 71 kilos body weight. And they will unpurposely force themselves to cut down to 66 kilos, for example, for a comp that's coming up. And the reason why they do it is because they know that they'll be stronger than everybody else in the 66 kilo category when they do the cut. There's a problem with this long term. As to me, as somebody who is a powerlifter, your sole purpose should be to get stronger over time and be able to dominate whatever weight class you naturally sit at. And the thing is, over time, as you train more and more, your volume of work obviously increases, and your body weight will naturally increase more as well alongside with that. You will build more muscle, you will just naturally get heavier and heavier as time goes on. Even though your body composition, your body fat percentage, you're still remaining pretty lean, and your body weight just goes up. That's normal. But what a lot of lifters do is they force themselves to stay at a lower body weight. They continuously cut weight, and that weight cut becomes more and more drastic as the length of their training goes up. They've been training for more and more, so the body weight naturally increases, and they have to do more to keep the body weight down. And what they don't realize is that although they are squeezing into the 66 kilo category, for example, or the 74 category, for example, or any other category for that matter, they are in effect stunting the progress of their own lifting. Because at the end of the day, if you're a true strength athlete, what it's all about is putting more weight on the bar and being able to move it, increasing your total. And if over time your body is dictating that it should go up to the next weight class, then you should probably listen to your body and go along with that. You will, for a period of time, be weaker in that newer weight class, for sure. But in the long run, if you were stronger in the weight class that you were prior, and if you continue to have that same work ethic and continue to have the same desires and goals and aspirations to be the best, then there's no reason why you can't be the same in the next weight class up. Or it should be anyway. That should be your goal. That should be the challenge. That should be the reason why you're doing the things that you're doing. I mean, to me, there'll be no challenge. It would be boring for me to stay in the one weight class where I'm continuously dominating all the time. What ends up happening is that there's a lot of time being spent for very little reward. So for you to stay in the same weight class when your body naturally wants you to be higher, you would still have to put in those 2+ hours per session for multiple sessions a week for 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 months. And at the end of it all, when time comes for competition, because of your drastic weight cut, your performance is going to get affected dramatically. So you get on the platform, and the numbers that you're putting on the platform is not going to reflect what you were doing in training, or at least not what you wanted it to anyway. So what a waste of time that is. Whereas you could have gone up to your natural weight class, you could have trained those 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and your total would have been much higher, most likely. And over time, you will improve much more progressively in that new weight class and be able to become a better lifter. You will learn more. There are some times where it's called for you to cut big weight if you can cut the weight. So for example, if you're going for a record, especially like a world record, if it's an important competition or championship, if there's money on the line, for example, those times, yes, it's called for, and you should do it if it's safe to do so. But I think those times are not really the usual scenarios, and people are just cutting weight these days just for the sake of not bruising their ego and not wanting to face what's out there. If you're sitting at a natural body weight, then you should be competing with other people who are at that natural body weight. And if you can dominate them, well then you're a champion, you're a winner. But if you can't do it, then you need to train harder.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Just the Tip. Today I'll